us have played sports growing up. Now imagine suddenly someone came up to you and offered you money to play that sport. Suddenly it would change your outlook on the sport to being about passion, to being about making money. Paying college athletes is a big problem because of the way it will affect the athletes and the education system. I spent time and energy in studying the implications on college athletes getting paid, and I am also interested in the relationship between sports, education, and ethics. I'm here to explain why I believe we shouldn't pay college athletes because of the idea of amateurism and the main goal of having a college education. I will talk about the problems with paying these athletes, why it is so complicated, and I'll also offer some different solutions to benefit the lives of these athletes without directly paying them. Deciding whether to pay college athletes brings up many problems, both morally, practically, and also raises questions about the fairness of amateur sports and the value of education. Sports are already about making money, and it is all upon based on entertainment and it is based upon the entertainment they bring in. In college right now, certain sports get underlooked because of the lower revenue that they bring in compared to the other sports. The gap between good teams and bad teams will also get bigger because the good teams bring in more revenue, allowing the team more money to pay people to come in and play for them. Some schools will put more money into one sport, like a football or basketball, and they will neglect the lower income sports, thus forcing kids and younger people playing sports choosing different sports in order to succeed at the college level. Since sports played by men are the most popular, schools will most likely pay more male athletes over female athletes, and this will only widen the gap between male and female sports. Now that we have looked at the different angles of college athletes not getting paid, let's discuss why it is a controversial issue by examining the reasons and obstacles behind it. Understanding why college athletes shouldn't get paid is very hard. It looks into systematic issues like commercialism, exploitation, and financial pressures on college sports. College sports have already become big businesses making millions of money for their universities, based on small things like TV deals and merchandising, already changing the industry from being about sports to being about generating revenue. Now, one common problem that we have is that there is 15,000 players that play Division I football. And across all 7 levels of college football, there's over 100,000 players. And when you compare this to the NFL with 1,500 players and only one division, you can see why it can be very challenging to pay 100,000 players compared to only paying 1,500 players, and this is only in one sport. While many college athletes are being pushed into financial walls and lack the support they need, it may be easy to say we need to pay these athletes. I believe there's other ways we could benefit the lives of these athletes without directly giving them the money that they need. We can shift our concentration to alternative solutions that can help these college athletes without directly paying them. Some alternative solutions that, while directly paying student athletes might be tricky, it is important for universities, sports officials, and governing bodies to find other ways to benefit the lives of these athletes. While the basic scholarship that these athletes receive cover tuition, fees, rooms, and books, they're only given to a small percentage of college athletes. This is mainly at the D1 level. I say instead of paying college athletes, we should try to increase the amount of scholarships these colleges have to offer, so that way it could benefit the lives of many players. We oftentimes hear stories about how walk-ons are forced to work a job and also play their sport, making it very hard for them to succeed in their field. Another benefit I see is that we can offer better health care to these athletes. Aside from the Division I level, many college athletes do not have an advanced health care. This is odd because This is odd because the amount of money they will make in their career is going to be based upon their ability to stay healthy. I have now explained why I believe college athletes should not be paid, because it goes against the idea of amateurism and the main goal of college education. I have also discussed the problems with paying college athletes, why it is so complicated, and offered benefits and solutions to help these college athletes without directly paying them. One way we could support all levels of a sport is just by watching your favorite team or your favorite sport that you play. This can help balance the gap between like a sport like football compared to another sport that doesn't get a lot of people watching. With this in mind, we should be more consistent in our efforts to promote justice and transparency in college sports without disrespecting the dignity of the players. Thank you.